Hello, Aquarius, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. So I apologize, guys, that I'm so late on your mid-month readings, but I promise by the end of this month, I will be completely caught up with my life. All right, guys. So let's see what's going on. Today is September 25th, but I'm going to backtrack a bit. So this will be a reading from September 15th to October 15th, just to see what's going on with you guys, okay? What's going on with the sign of Aquarius. All right, one more shuffle. All right, so let's see. I'm going to split this deck. All right, guys, let's see what's going on, and let me move this back. Okay, guys. So the energy of this reading is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, there could be a situation here where someone's acting like a leech in a sense. Somebody who expects the world handed to them on a silver platter, but they're not necessarily doing anything to deserve that. Okay? And there could be something that you were very emotionally invested in that you have to move away from. Okay? Someone that you have to turn your back on in order to expand. And this could have been something that was very important to you. For a lot of you, this could have been a soulmate, like a soulmate-like relationship, okay? But let's get into this and let's see what's going on here. So the first card you guys have for your past is the Nine of Wands in the reverse. So with the Nine of Wands in the reverse, there's a sense of you having put a lot of time and effort into something, and now it's just like, you know what, I have to give up on this situation. Okay, so it's giving up on something that you had really put effort into. Ten of Cups in the reverse. There's just a huge sense of unhappiness and dissatisfaction here. Okay. And I feel that for most of you, you parted ways amicably with someone that you were invested in. Okay. The next card you have is the Page of Swords in the reverse. So that is your energy there. But with the Page of Swords in the reverse, this is somebody who is communicating very directly. They have no problem getting their point across, but there's a sense of verbal vomit, okay? There's not thinking about things that you're saying, instantly regretting something that you say. This is somebody that makes things unnecessarily difficult. So instead of saying, I don't think that this is working out and I think that we should part ways, this is someone who would say something like, oh, I fucking hate you and I hate your entire family and I hope you all die. It's like they get the same message across, but it's a little bit harsh in its delivery. Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So throughout this, you guys are being patient. Okay, maybe a bit upset, but patient. And this could be you guys having this energy or the person that you were dealing with. But with the Judgment card upright, you were making the right choice by moving away from whatever this was, okay? Because there was a huge sense of frustration, okay? The next card that you guys have for your past is the Three of Swords in the reverse. So with this Three of Swords in the reverse, there's a sense of repressing your emotions. So telling the world that you're good, but there's something here that, is still tugging the strings of your heart. The Chariot in the reverse, but the situation at this point, is out of your control. You just feel that you have no grasp on that situation anymore. Okay? And something is cut off here. Messages of passion are cut off. Either it's not being reciprocated or someone is just not sending these messages anymore. Okay? There's just a lot of illusions here in the past. Now, in the present moment, we have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So this is a sense of you're not losing sleep over this anymore, okay? So it's something that's happened. You realize that it was out of your control and that, you're not going to lose sleep over it anymore. But there is something that did feel like a loss here, okay? Something that just didn't start or didn't continue, okay? And it could have been a love situation, or maybe this thing here happened because of a love situation, okay? But I think that there's something here that you guys just didn't want to take the risk with. And I feel that this was in reference to love, so there could have been a lot of passion there. But it could have been more of a physical intimacy more than anything else, okay? because I do see you guys rejecting this person, or this person possibly rejecting you with the Five of Pentacles. If it's not that, this could be a time, just a financial burden or some sort of burden or loss that you're feeling. But somebody is being left out in the cold here. And there's a sense of imbalance here. So it's like, you have to move away from the situation. And there's a sense of imbalance. You just want to avoid all types of problems and tension. You don't want to involve yourself with that anymore. Okay? So you guys are taking the energy of the King of Swords, and this is someone that emotionally detaches themselves. They go towards what they know is going to be good for them. Okay, so they have tunnel vision when it comes to what they need and what their goals are. Now, you could still have some feelings and emotions left for this person, but it's something that at this point I feel you guys have stopped working on. Okay, and you're being strong. All right, we have the Strength card here, so you're being strong throughout all of this. All right, we have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, some of you could be dealing with an earth sign or an earth energy, but it's just like, it's basically being at a standstill right now. So it's like, you could have a lot of paths, open to you, but you don't see any of them as something that you actually want to go on. So you're kind of at a standstill until you find a direction that you feel is better for you. With the Five of Swords in the reverse, you just don't want conflict. You're avoiding conflict at all costs. And there might be this loss that you're feeling here, okay? And it might have been a situation where maybe somebody wasn't being reliable. Maybe they were talking to other people, okay? For some of you, it could have been a fire sign, maybe possibly a Leo, because we have the Strength card here. Okay. So there is a burden that you're releasing. And I know that I promise you guys I just shuffled this very well. There are a lot of reversals here. Reversals aren't always a bad thing, okay? And anytime I see a reading where there could be some heavy stuff here, it's just stuff that you guys have to be aware of. So I just want to put that out there because I always get it in the comments if there are reversals. Did you shuffle right? Did you do this right? Absolutely. And, I honestly could take this reading away and put out other cards, but I want to be real with you guys, and I don't want to keep shuffling and shuffling and shuffling and shuffling until I give you a sugar-coated story. I want to deal with what's going on in your lives right now, okay? Now, so there's a situation that you don't know how to proceed. You don't see anything worth moving forward with. Hey, Sweezy. But there's a sense of imbalance here, okay? We have the Ace of Swords in reverse, so there's just a lot of tension and problems with the situation. So whatever it is that you guys are moving away from, be happy that you're moving away from it. Be happy that this is a chapter that, you are completing in your life. It may not have been the best thing to deal with, but so many lessons come from this. And if there's a lot of stuff that you don't like here, now you know how to move forward in a way that you can avoid things that you don't want. So I think it's eye-opening when we go through things like this, okay? And every sign goes through it. We all have our times of struggling. And this is just a time where you guys are waking up, in a sense. You're waking up to what is truly good for you and what's not good for you, and you're able to sort that out. It takes a lot of getting what you don't want to be able to stand up for what you truly do want and what you do deserve, okay? But all in all, there's a burden that's being released here. So that's a beautiful thing, and you guys are getting through this very strongly, okay? Now, the next card that you guys have, which is the first card for your future, we have the King of Cups in reverse. So some of you may be dealing with a water sign, but the King of Cups in reverse is somebody who is emotionally unstable, but somebody who could have been promiscuous in a sense, okay? But with the Ten of Swords in the reverse, again, not all reversals are bad. The worst that could have happened in the situation is behind you. You've gotten through the worst part of it, okay? And look, okay, there's a new start that's coming here. We have the Ace of Wands. So I feel that you guys are releasing the burden from anything that may have been unstable. Maybe there's somebody here that you were dealing with that was promiscuous or wasn't being completely honest with you. But you are cutting that off. You are moving on from the situation with the Hanged Man in the reverse. And you're moving forward towards something that's going to be very passionate for you. This could be a new start in business. This could be a new start in love. But, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. All right? You may feel a little lost while this is happening. And I feel that the reason why you guys might feel lost is because a lot of it, again, may be out of your control. And that's okay. The only thing in this life that we're supposed to control is ourselves, okay? We can't control another person. We can't have another person love us the way we need them to love us. Um, so it's just when you come to peace with yourself and you find comfort in being alone, I think that that's a very powerful thing. And that's something that a lot of you may be going through right now, where you're having to learn how to deal with yourself. And at first, there's nothing more uncomfortable than the silence of being by yourself, especially when you have had someone around. But once you get that down, once you're able to be alone and it doesn't hurt you, there is no greater power that comes from that, because you are your own home base and you have to be your own home and you have to be able to just get through whatever. At the end of the day, all we have is ourselves, and we have to be kind to ourselves. And I feel that even if you guys are lost now, at least you're navigating how to be on your own, and how to go through things in life and deal with bullshit like this, but still be okay at the end of it. Because you guys, again, you're still strong throughout all of this, whether or not you feel that way. All right? Yeah, there's a fallout here, and you feel lost about it. But if it was truly meant for you, it wouldn't have put you through all this, strain. And the Hierophant, okay? So this is the universe saying, we have your back. Yes, there had to be a fallout here, but guess what? Now that this is over, we have something better for you. We're able to take you to a higher ground, okay? You get to take the high road, and in losing the situation, there's victory, okay? There may have been an injustice here, but this led you to the path that you had to be on, so there are brighter things ahead, okay? Now the next card, and the last card that we have here for your future, is the World card. So with the World card, this is done. Okay, this chapter is closing out. It may have been painful. You may feel lost. You may feel a little battered up, but you're alive. You're well. So you have to be thankful for things like that. This person or this situation isn't the end of you. The Magician in the reverse, there's too much manipulation here anyways, okay, guys? So you're ending that. You're ending the chapter of manipulation. And, something out here comes out to light with the Seven of Swords. So something comes out to light. You realize that someone has been manipulating the situation. It could be you or it could be another person. But the fact that you end this chapter, there's something new that's starting, okay? You are able to build this very strong foundation within yourself, okay? All right. So I'm just going to give you guys 3 cards of advice, and then I'm going to pull an Earth Magic Oracle card because I feel like you guys just might need a little bit more guidance. Okay, so let me just give you a little bit of extra love. Okay, all right, Aquarius. Let's see what the card is guiding you guys to do. Okay. Give me 3 cards of advice for the sign of Aquarius and getting through this difficult time. Alright, guys. Whatever falls out, let's see what's going on here. One more card of advice here. Here we go. Okay. Alright, so as we know, a lot of you may be in a situation where you're heartbroken or things may be tough. Okay, but things are going to be changing for you, and they're going to be changing quickly. And what the cards are advising is more of just a reassurance, okay? Had you not completed this chapter, had you not ended this chapter, there would have been a lot of conflict here, okay? With not finishing this situation, there's going to be tension. So if you're at a point where you feel like you're slowly pulling off the Band-Aid, just rip it. Just rip it off, okay? It's okay. Just rip it off. With the Knight of Pentacles, there is going to be slow and steady movement going towards stability. So this may be a situation that's tough, but the hardest part is going to be finally closing out this chapter. But I do see stability, and I do see new things coming in. And, with the World card, generally it shows that something is ending, but something really good is coming in. So just know that this is a phase you have to get through. There's lessons that you have to learn. And again, it takes getting everything that you don't want to fight and be able to stand for what it is that you do want. So this is something that has helped you guys to create a backbone. Okay, it's helped you to be able to see certain signs in relationships, because now moving forward, there's going to be certain triggers that you look for. And if there's anybody that does things that reminds you of the situation, now you know better, and this is something that you want to steer yourself away from. But, for those of you that are in pain walking away, ask yourselves, was this the best situation for me? Did the situation make me a better person, or did it cause me a shitload of anxiety? And if it was causing you anxiety, then, I give you guys so much props for being able to move away from whatever this was. Okay? Now I'm using the Earth Magic Oracle cards by Stephen D. Farmer. So let's see what the Oracle cards say for you guys this month. Okay. Alright, guys, the card you got was Dawn, New Beginnings. Okay. I think this card is going to be perfect for you guys. The start of the day brings with it reassurance that the night has passed, making way for new opportunities no matter what has come before. It reminds us of the predictability of daily cycles. That first light that forecasts the sun's appearance awakens the winged ones, who sing and chirp happily at the advent of another morning. It's time of fresh beginnings from which we can create whatever kind of experience we desire. In this image, we see the rays of the sun stretching into the valley while the sun itself peeks around the corner, as if it had set its course to proceed around the bend in the river, which appears relatively still from its rest during the night. The scene exemplifies renewal and new beginnings. When you witness the initial stages of dawn without the benefit of a clock or other timepiece, for a while you may not be able to discern whether the sky is really lightening. The stars remain visible, and shadows of the night still shape the landscape. It is that way with any beginning. It is difficult to tell where the old ends and where the new begins. Gradually, however, it becomes clear to your senses that the light is definitely increasing. And as you continue to observe, the world slowly wakes up, accompanied by all the sounds, smells, and freshness associated with it. Soon the first glimmer of the sun shows. A new day has begun. This is a time to say farewell to the old and honor the new by releasing any self-imposed constraints or resistance to the truth that you know. This is your chance to develop that project you have been thinking about. Embark on that adventure that you have dreamed of going on, and take risks in initiating what your intuitive self has been telling you to do. As this prospect becomes increasingly visible and real, doubts and uncertainties may arise. But rest assured, just as dawn inevitably turns into day, by heeding your inner guidance, you will succeed. Okay, guys? There's definitely a rough chapter of your lives that I do feel that you're ending, but what's so exciting is that you literally have the world in front of you. You're cutting ties with whatever the situation was, and then you got to ask yourself, I can literally do anything that I want. What is it that I want to do? What hobbies do you guys have that maybe you put on the back burner? Because when you're dealing with a situation like that, that's going to take a lot of your energy, okay? That's not going to leave time for you to focus on things that truly make you you. So I think that right now is definitely a good time to digress back into that, to digress into what made you you, to go back to the person that you were on an emotional level before this ever scarred you, before this ever came into your life. So I see beautiful new things happening. This is just something that you guys have to get through. Okay, so keep going, keep pushing it, and rest assured that you are making the right decision by walking away from this. I don't believe that it was something that brought the best out of you guys. And I believe that with this new beginning, you can truly go anywhere you want to. So you know what hasn't worked for you. You know certain triggers, and certain signs of what the situation is, okay? You know how to smell it, from miles away coming up in the future. So if you find yourself in a situation that you start to feel similarly to how you felt with this, then know that it's something that you have to avoid. But right now, what's most important for you guys is to listen to your intuition and to not be scared to walk away from it. because whatever it was, whether it was you guys acting up or whether it was the other person acting up, it just was not a situation that brought out the best in all parties. So I definitely think, especially for those cross watching, I definitely feel that this situation is best with you guys apart from whoever you're going through all of this with. Okay, so it's okay to move away from things. It's okay to leave things in the past. Just take the lessons that you have to take and know what you have to do in order to avoid ever feeling the same way again. Okay, I'm sending you guys so much love and so much healing, and I hope that you guys are doing okay. And I will be back in a few days to do your October readings, so hopefully we see some better things, but I do see some good things coming in for you guys. So keep your mind on the future and what you're going to do for yourself, and make sure that you guys stay focused. Take care of yourselves. Take care of what you have to do financially in your lives. Just take care of you. Okay, make yourself the best person possible so that you can attract the best person possible. All right, I love you guys so much, and if you guys do want a personal reading, I will leave everything in the description. Love you guys. Take care.